It's the moment we have all been waiting for. The schedule release has officially dropped. And at first glance, this is a pretty good schedule. And we're going to go through, break it down, all the prime time games. San Francisco 49ers are going to be on national television quite a bit this year. But let's get into it all right now, starting with the preseason. Preseason opponents starts week 1 of preseason versus the Titans, week 2 versus the Saints. We have a prime time preseason game. Would you look at that? And look at the Raiders on the schedule as well. So we got to figure out when the first and the third preseason game official times will be, but we'll figure that out at a later time. We already know week 1 versus the Jets is going to be in prime time, but then you got the 49ers going on the road against the Minnesota Vikings. And then week 3, the 49ers will get their first division opponent in the Rams. That will be in Levi's South, one of our vacation homes. And then the 49ers will be facing the Patriots at home. Drake May, come on down. And then the 49ers will have another division opponent in week 5 against the Arizona Cardinals. Back-to-back division opponents with the Seahawks in week 6. This will be the 49ers' second primetime game of the year so far. And then you have the interesting non-primetime game against the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, we know what happened the last time these two faced. I'm very interested to see if that will get flexed, but as it stands right now, that will be a mid-afternoon game. But right after the Chiefs, you got the Jerry Jones's Cowboys coming to Levi's Stadium for a prime time matchup. You love to see it. I love the timing of it. Feels great. And then I would say a perfectly placed bye week right there in week 9, right at dead set in the middle of the season. I think that's the best time to have a bye, get healthy, recoup, recover, and then the 49ers are on the road at the Bucks coming out of the bye November 10th, and then they will be playing their division opponent, the Seattle Seahawks, at home on November 17th for week 11. And then you have the 49ers, which is interesting based on timing because this will also be a playoff rematch against Jordan Love and the Packers at Packers, but it is in late November. So it will be fascinating to see if weather becomes an issue there or not. But that is something that we will have to keep a lookout for. And then right after week 12, the 49ers will then travel to the Bills for a prime time matchup. That's going to be a tough one too for a early December game in Buffalo. The 49ers will face off against Caleb Williams and the Bears at home week 14. And then you get a prime time matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the LA Rams at Levi's Stadium week 15. Week 16, 49ers are back on the road to play the Dolphins, Mike McDaniels, all those guys over there, Raheem Mostert. And then I think this is going to be one of the more anticipated games, especially with where it is placed in this entire schedule, is going to be prime time 49ers versus Lions back at Levi's Stadium. And I mean, at this point in the year, we already know how good these teams are in the NFC. This might be a huge seeding game to determine who gets the 1 seed, who gets the 2 seed. So the schedule makers were smart with this one. They knew that this game could potentially have a lot on the line, and then they finish at home week 18 against the Cardinals. All things considered, based on looking at this schedule feels well balanced. I would say I would have preferred to play the Bills and the Green Bay Packers earlier in the year. But to be honest, based on where the Lions game has been placed, all the primetime games, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 prime time games for the San Francisco 49ers. So all eyes are going to be on the Niners this year, and you absolutely love to see it. They deserve it, and this is going to be I think this is a great setup for their schedule. I really do. Like I said, the key here is that it's well balanced. So I'm absolutely loving it. I think this is a great situation for the 49ers as they get prepared for what is going to be a really, really tough challenge to get back to the Super Bowl. But it all starts with going through these opponents. And of course, just like we talked about last year, the first goal of this particular season is going to be winning the division and then getting the 1 seed. Getting the 1 seed is going to be crucial in order to ensure that they are healthy, ready to go. I think the one thing that I would like to see differently last year than getting the 1 seed is to ensure that week 18 game is still competitive. I didn't like the resting of starters. We had so much conversation of rest versus rust, and it did feel like there was a little rust from not playing for about 3 weeks. But I still want the 1 seed. We still want that bye. But I do think the only change that I would want to see is to ensure that last game of the year is still competitive. They still have to win it to ensure and lock up the 1 seed. So that would be my only hope. But again, we know the San Francisco 49ers are a stacked roster, still one of the best rosters in all of the NFL, especially in the NFC and in their division. So they have a path to get back into that Super Bowl, but it all starts right here with these opponents, and feels like we're almost there, baby. We're so close to it just got me hyped, man. Got me hyped thinking about this upcoming season and all the games, everything, what the Niners need to do to get back and get right and go and get that 6th ring that we have been chasing for a long time. It's time to go snatch it. Let me know what you guys think about this schedule in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.